Two astronauts, Sunita Williams and Commander Barry Wilmore, are now stuck at the International Space Station and might not return until 2025. They were supposed to be there for just 8 days, but technical problems with their spacecraft Boeing Starliner have caused the delay. Let's see how they are managing and what could happen next. First, let's talk about the International Space Station. It's a huge space station, about 356 feet long, which is almost as long as an American football field. The International Space Station is like a big house in space with 6 sleeping areas, 2 bathrooms, a gym, and a special observation area with a 360-degree view on Earth. For Williams and Wilmore, the International Space Station has become their temporary home. They arrived in June for a short test mission, but their spacecraft had problems like helium leaks and thrust failures, which has delayed their return. Boeing says the astronauts are safe, but NASA is looking at the option of bringing them back with a SpaceX flight instead. While they wait, let's take a look at how they live on the International Space Station. The station has a system to make sure that the crew has enough oxygen and water. It recycles about half of the carbon dioxide they breathe out into oxygen and turns urine and cabin moisture into drinking water. The food on the International Space Station is more varied than you might think. NASA's food lab prepares a range of meals. Most food needs water added, but there are other ready-made options. Astronauts can even request some favorite foods, although they had to wait for a supply ship to bring their personal items on August 6. Living in space also means dealing with waste and hygiene differently. The International Space Station has a special toilet with separate tubes for urine and solid waste, using suctions to handle fluids. There are also various toiletries to help with hygiene in zero gravity. Sleeping in space is unique too. Without gravity, astronauts can sleep on any surface, floor, wall, or ceiling. They use small sleeping pods with a sleeping bag and a pillow, and it doesn't matter where they sleep since all positions feel the same. Williams and Wilmore are experienced astronauts and are handling the situations well. They stay busy with their repairs and research, and they remain positive. Their families are supportive too, and Wilmore's wife says she's handling the situation with calm and faith. NASA and Boeing are working hard to fix Starliner's problem. They are testing solutions for the thrust failures and helium leaks. There's also a possibility they might return on SpaceX flight, but that would mean rearranging the crew on that flight. If their mission continues for much longer, it will set a record for the longest time spent in space. The current record is held by Russian astronaut Valery Polkov, who spent 437 days in space. NASA astronaut Frank Rubio recently completed a 371-day mission, which is the record for American astronaut. This unexpected extension of Williams and Wilmore's mission shows both the challenges of space travel and the astronauts' remarkable resilience.